to succeed on LinkedIn, you need something called a sales assistant. You can try to use ChatGPT, right? I have ChatGPT right here, and I can say, write me a comment for a LinkedIn post. And then it's going to be like, all right, could you please tell me the post on LinkedIn? So then I have to go find the post on LinkedIn and like start, saying, okay, I'm going to select the post, copy the post, put it into ChatGPT. Then I started prompting it. Instead, I can open up a Chrome extension that sits right on the side of my browser. This is the one. It's a sales assistant. And then I just like the post. The Chrome extension already knows who I am and knows I want to leave a comment. And then it literally just drafts the comment. All I got to do is press generate right here. And the comment gets generated. I just insert it and I press comment. That's it. That's how fast I'm able to leave a comment. Do you see that? That's really, really fast. Now, if I want to edit the comment, I can just click on these three dots. I can press edit. And I can change words or whatever. You see, I edited this comment. If I want the next person, I have a whole list of people here that I can comment on. I press next, and then the next person's post comes up. Now I could select my goal, my tone, my persona. So for example, maybe I want to leave quotes. So I say Joe Applebaum quote. Instead of addressing concerns, I want to build relationships. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to drop a quote on her post from 9 minutes ago. You see that? I'm going to tag her and press comment. And I just left a quote. You see? Now I want to leave a quote on this post over here. I can leave a quote on this post over here as well. I want to leave a quote on this post over here. Boom. All right, so what's next? Let's have a conversation with ChatGPT. Let's click on this. Let me put on my headphones. Hello. What's cooking, good looking?
Hey there. Well, I'm just here cooking up some words and ready to help out. Let me know what you need and we'll whip something up together.
What I need is, I need to know the best way to make money on LinkedIn by leaving comments on people's posts. Give me 3 good strategies for commenting.
Absolutely. Let's dive into it. Firstly, be genuinely insightful. When you comment, try to add real value to the conversation. Instead of just saying great post, share a brief insight, a relevant experience, or a thoughtful question. This helps you stand out and positions you as someone knowledgeable. Second, engage consistently with your target audience. Identify the people or industries you want to connect with and regularly comment on their posts. Over time, they'll recognize your name, and that familiarity can lead to connections, conversations, and eventually business opportunities. Mention relevant services subtly without spamming. Every once in a while, if it fits naturally, you can mention how your expertise or services have helped in a similar situation. Just make sure it doesn't come off as a sales pitch. Keep it conversational and helpful. With these strategies, you'll be able to build relationships and potentially open up money-making opportunities on LinkedIn.
Okay, and what if I don't want to sound like I'm AI? What would I do to sound more human?
Totally get that. If you want to sound more human and less like you're reading from a playbook, it's all about adding a bit of your own personality and a conversational tone. For example, you could sprinkle in a little humor or a personal anecdote. Instead of just giving straight advice, you might say something like, well, if I were in your shoes and maybe sipping my 3rd cup of coffee, here's what I'd try. Just keep it relaxed and a bit more like you're chatting with a friend. That way it feels a lot more human and natural.
What if everybody's doing it like that? What if everyone's doing the same exact thing? How do you stand out?
Yeah, I hear you. When everyone starts following the same formula, it can definitely feel like an echo chamber. The good news is you can still stand out by leaning into what makes you uniquely you. Maybe you have a quirky way of phrasing things, or you share a slightly offbeat analogy that no one else would think of. Or maybe you just have a really distinct voice, like you're the person who always drops in a fun fact or references a niche hobby. In other words, let a bit of your own flavor come through and don't be afraid to be a little different. Authenticity is what ultimately makes you memorable, even if everyone else is trying the same tricks.
So when you say authenticity, you mean like leaving a quote on posts?
Yeah, so when I say authenticity, I mean more just letting your true personality come through rather than trying to sound like someone else. A quote can definitely be part of it if it's something that genuinely speaks to you or feels relevant, but authenticity can also just be sharing your own perspective in your own words. Maybe telling a quick personal story related to the post, or just speaking in a way that feels natural to you. Basically, it's about being yourself, not just dropping a quote unless that quote really resonates with you.
Okay. So would you say that what are the benefits of leaving comments on LinkedIn? So I'm sitting here right now. I'm on LinkedIn Live. People are listening in, and I'm leaving comment after comment after comment, but I'm doing it strategically on my top connections posts. So I have a list of 50 people, and I'm going through my list of 50 people one at a time, and I'm supporting their posts. I see that most of them have posted in the past 2 days, some of them in the past 24 hours. And some of them I've already supported their posts. Some of them I haven't supported their posts. So I'm going through and I'm supporting their posts by leaving comments. What is the value of doing that consistently?
Absolutely. And it sounds like you're doing something really smart there. Let me break down the benefits of this kind of strategic commenting. Building relationships and visibility. First off, when you consistently report your top connections, you're staying on their radar in a really natural way. You're not just popping in once and disappearing, you're kind of becoming a familiar and supportive presence. Over time, that builds stronger relationships and makes people more likely to remember you and engage back with you. Increasing your own visibility. Another big plus is that every time you leave a thoughtful comment, other people who read that post might notice you as well. It's a subtle way of showcasing your expertise or your personality to a wider network. In other words, you're not just building a one-on-one relationship, you're also building a bit of a reputation in the community, opening doors to opportunities. Finally, doing this consistently can lead to real opportunities. The more you engage, the more likely people are to think of you when they have a question, a referral, or a business need. It's basically planting seeds that can grow into real professional opportunities down the line. So by doing what you're doing, thoughtfully and consistently, you're building relationships, boosting your visibility, and opening the door to future opportunities.
And do you think that's valuable?
Absolutely. I do think it's valuable. It's kind of like building social capital over time. The more you invest in those relationships by engaging and showing up, the more likely it is to pay off in the long run. Even if it's not an immediate monetary return, it's valuable in terms of building a network that knows you, trusts you, and thinks of you when opportunities come up. So yeah, it's definitely worth it.
All right, let's just see.
For sure. Let's see how it all plays out. And if you keep at it, I'm pretty confident you'll start noticing those little ripples of value turning into some bigger waves. Just keep being consistent and authentic, and you're on the right track.
Okay. So it was using the word insights a lot, and then I went into the persona and told it not to use the word insights I told it to sound natural like a friend and to use like 12 to 19 words plus a quote. Do you think that's a good idea? And what else should I add to that persona?
Yep, that's definitely a good start. Tweaking the persona so it feels more like a friendly chat is a great move. Adding those little guidelines, like using a certain number of words or tossing in a quote, can definitely steer the tone to sound more natural. As for what else to add, you might think about including a note to sprinkle in some humor now and then, or to use more casual phrases that you'd say to a friend. Basically, anything that makes it feel less like a script and more like a real conversation is a good addition.
I have about 1,000 clients right now, and I want to support all my clients. Unfortunately, I don't have the capacity to support 1,000 clients at one time. What do you say is the best way to be able to support 1,000 clients?
Yeah, that's definitely a big number, and it's understandable that you can't personally engage with every single one of them all the time. So the key is probably to find a system that scales a bit but still feels personal. One idea is to segment your clients into smaller groups. Maybe you can rotate through them in batches so that over time, everyone gets a bit of your attention. That way you're not trying to hit all 1,000 at once, but you're still making sure nobody feels left out in the long run. Another thing you can do is create some kind of community space, like a LinkedIn group or a forum where clients can interact not just with you, but with each other. Then you can jump in and participate in those discussions in a way that reaches multiple people at once. It's a nice way to scale your presence without losing that personal touch. And of course, a little bit of automation can help too, as long as it still feels authentic. For example, using reminders or tools to help you keep track of who you've engaged with, so that over time you can touch base with everyone. In short, a mix of rotating focus, building a community feel, and a bit of alert automation can help you support a large number of clients in a meaningful way.
I'm having something called the Sora 2 Bootcamp coming up. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of Sora 2?
Yeah, absolutely. Sora is actually OpenAI's text-to-video model that can create videos from text prompts. It's pretty cool tech. If you're doing a Sora 2 bootcamp, that sounds like it might be a workshop or training session around using the latest version of that model to generate videos or something similar. It's definitely an interesting area, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of cool things to explore.
I'm going to play a video now for my audience that's listening in on LinkedIn Live. So you just be quiet for like 2 minutes.
Welcome to Module 1.
Sure thing.
What is Sora 2?
I'll go ahead and keep quiet for a couple of minutes. Just let me know when you're ready to chat again.
Imagine typing a single sentence, and within seconds, watching it turn into a full cinematic video. That's not the future. That's Sora 2, the next leap in generative AI that's redefining how we create, communicate, and connect. In this module, we'll explore where Sora 2 came from, what makes it revolutionary, how it's reshaping industries like marketing and education, and why early adopters are already transforming their businesses with it. By the end, you'll see why Sora 2 isn't just a new tool, it's the start of a creative revolution. Let's start with the origins. AI began with text generation. ChatGPT showed us how machines could think in words. Then came image generation, where tools like DALL-E turned imagination into visuals. And now we've arrived at Sora 2, where words become full motion, cinematic videos. This is the evolution, text to image to video, and Sora 2 completes that journey. So, what makes Sora 2 revolutionary? It's powered by multimodal reasoning, meaning it understands movement, light, emotion, and space, just like a filmmaker would. It doesn't just render a video, it imagines one in real time with cinematic realism and storytelling precision. That's why marketers, educators, and creators are calling it a creative co-pilot, not just another AI. Let's talk about real-world impact. Marketers are generating high-quality ads in minutes. Educators are building entire visual lessons instantly, and storytellers are producing stunning short films straight from a script. The early adopters are already ahead, not because they're tech experts, but because they understand one thing: speed plus storytelling equals opportunity. Sora 2 isn't just the next phase of AI, it's the new language of creation. It lets your ideas move, breathe, and connect like never before. So get ready, because in the next module, we'll go deeper into how Sora 2 actually works behind the scenes and why it's rewriting the rules of digital content forever.
So would you want access to this course? Right, I want access to the Sora 2 course. And I'll tell you how you can get access to this course. Plus, we have a 4-hour boot camp on November 3rd from 2 p.m. to, till 6 p.m. or something. We have a 4-hour boot camp where we walk you through exactly step-by-step how to use Sora 2. So it's essentially a new social platform. If you go to Sora.com, it's by invitation only. And you can watch, you can create videos of literally anything you want. So, for example, I have videos of my clients.
I use Evie AI to find new clients right there on the platform. It writes personalized messages.
Got it. So it sounds like you're letting your LinkedIn Live audience know about a special opportunity to get access to this Sora 2 course and the bootcamp you're running. That's a great way to get people interested and show them exactly what they'll learn. If anyone's curious, they'll probably jump on that invite-only link and explore. Sounds like a fun session.
Now, Sora 2 is only available by invitation only. Did you know that? Like, you can't just get access to it. And they have a feature called Cameo that allows you to cameo yourself. So like I'm on stage talking, my clients are talking about my business, and I can just with a prompt be able to say what I want my clients to do.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I knew it was an invite-only kind of tool, but that Cameo feature sounds really next level. The idea that you can just prompt it and have a virtual version of yourself or your clients talking on stage is pretty wild. I can see how that would be a game changer for creating really dynamic and customized videos. Definitely a cool tool to have in your toolkit.
So, okay, so I see Raina, James, and Thomas are commenting in the comments right now. So guys, let me know what city you're dialing in from, and let me know what your goal is with LinkedIn. I'm always curious to see people's goals with LinkedIn. James says he needs a Sora invite. So I actually have a template I created that you could learn more. We actually have a boot camp, James, and I'll put it in the comments over here. And I'll also send you a direct message, James, via DM. I'm going to click on message. I'll send it to you in the DM as well. So I just took the Sora 2 bootcamp and I made a landing page out of it. I'll show you guys what the landing page looks like. It's right over here. It says you're leaving LinkedIn. Okay, so let's leave LinkedIn. I'm going to put you on LinkedIn Live here. Okay, so I vibe coded this landing page with Gemini, and it has a webinar replay that you could watch. It says reserve your spot here. The bootcamp starts November 3rd at 2 p.m. This is a video that explains what's possible with Sora 2. Here's a little bit about me. The regular price is $1,000, but we're offering it at half price. And if you're an EVAI client, you get it for $199. So you can go ahead and claim that discount over here. And you get access to our live 4-hour class. Plus, you get the 9-module course. Plus, you get 120 prompts inside our community that are available right now. Plus, you get a bunch of Chrome extensions that I created that will help you be able to leverage Sora 2 better. Plus, we're going to get you in, so you get guaranteed access. We'll find somebody in our community that has an extra invite code and get you in, as long as it works in your country, of course. We'll teach you prompt engineering, and we'll help you create 30 stunning videos every single day that speak about your brand and help you be able to get out there yet. That's what the Sora Bootcamp is all about.
Awesome. That sounds like a really comprehensive package you're offering them. You're basically giving them the full toolkit, live training, the course modules, a bunch of useful prompts, and even those Chrome extensions to make it all smoother. Plus, the fact that you're guaranteeing they'll get an invite is a really nice touch. It's definitely a strong incentive for anyone on the fence. So yeah, it sounds like you got a great plan lined up for them. I'm sure your audience will appreciate all those details. And it definitely makes the bootcamp sound like a solid deal.
Yeah, and look, we made it super affordable for our clients to be able to access this. And, you know, James is in Cedar Grove, New Jersey. Me and James are both in New Jersey, which is interesting. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm out of connections. Like, I'm at 100% connections. So if I click on my network over here, I have to remove people in order to add people. So I have 29,999 because I removed somebody. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to search, let's say, for example, James over here. And I'm going to look for all my James. Okay, I'm going to look for all my James over here. And I'm going to see all the James I have available. Do you see how many James I have available? Now, I did see there's a James here with nothing here. So I'm going to click on message. Okay, I guess you don't really use LinkedIn. If you decide to start using it, let me know. Okay, and we have the same birthday, but too bad. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect because he's not responding to me. Moving on. So now there's a lot of Jameses here. So one of my 99 hacks, and by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but we have something called the 99 hacks. One of my 99 hacks is to create a template. Like, for example, one over here, it's going to be called Invite to Bootcamp. I'm going to say DM Bootcamp Offer. Okay, and I'm going to say James as my dear connection. I'm going to say thanks for being my connection here on LinkedIn. I'm hosting a bootcamp for 4 hours on Monday, November 4th about how to create AI videos with Sora 2 so you can create 30 videos a day with prompts. I have almost 100 people that signed up to it, that registered.
Absolutely. That sounds like a really clever way to manage your connections and keep everything efficient. And it's a great idea to have that template ready to go. So you can just plug in the name and send it off. That way you're saving yourself a ton of time and making sure everyone gets a personal invite. And it's pretty neat that you and James are both in New Jersey. Nice little local connection there. So yeah, with that 99 hacks approach, you're making it easy to keep your network fresh and still invite people to something really valuable. Sounds like you got a solid system going.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the people that have the word James on LinkedIn, and I'm going to message them, letting them know that I have this bootcamp offer. And if they reply, great. If they don't reply, that's great too. You see that? I'm replying. I'm sending a message. And I'm going to send it to every single one of these James here. But do you see how fast I'm able to kind of, but I'm not going to send it to everyone unless, like, let's say we had a conversation. Like, for example, I know this guy named James Keel. He already bought it. I'm going to say thanks for buying, for getting the boot camp.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. You're basically fine-tuning the process so that you're not just blasting the same message to everyone. Instead, you're being strategic and making sure you don't send it to people who've already signed up. And that personal touch, like thanking James Keel for already getting the boot camp, definitely shows you're paying attention to each individual. So it's a great way to keep it efficient, but still thoughtful. And yeah, if they reply, awesome. And if not, you're still getting the word out. It's a solid approach.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start removing people that that are just not replying to me. Like if somebody doesn't reply to me after I'm making all these offers to them, why would I want to be connected to them?
Yeah, that's a totally fair approach. It makes a lot of sense to curate your network so that it's filled with people who are actually engaged and responsive. If someone's not really interacting or they're just not interested, it's perfectly reasonable to free up that spot for someone who will be. After all, LinkedIn does have that connection limit, and you want your network to be as valuable and as meaningful as possible. So yeah, it's a good move to keep things tidy and focus on the people who are genuinely interested.
But do you see how fast I'm able to kind of go through every message over here? And some people think it's a waste of time to like look through all the messages of all your connections just to see the last interaction you had with them. But I think it's super valuable to do that. I think it's super valuable to kind of just tune in. If you have 1,000 connections, it's so important for you to kind of just tune into each one and let them know what you're up to.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. It might seem like a lot of effort to some people, but it's really about quality over quantity. When you take the time to look through those past interactions and reconnect in a meaningful way, you're building stronger relationships. And that's what makes your network actually valuable. Not just having a big number of connections, but having connections who know what you're up to and feel like you're really engaged with them. So yeah, that kind of personal attention really does pay off in the long run. And it helps you stand out. Keep doing what you're doing.
Now, the crazy thing is that some people are just not responding to me at all to anything. And so, for example, this guy named James Rodriguez, he never responded to anything, and I've been messaging him since 2019. So Dr. James Rodriguez is now going to go. You see that? I'm just going to remove the connection to make room for somebody that will actually be responsive to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get that. If someone hasn't engaged in years, it makes complete sense to clear up that space. You want your network to be active and filled with people who actually want to be connected. So if Dr. James Rodriguez isn't responding after that time, it's definitely reasonable to let that connection go and make room for someone who's actually interested. It's all about keeping your network fresh and engaged.
Now, if somebody doesn't respond to me after a while, depending on who they are, I may respond to them. I might not respond to them. I may connect with them. I may not connect with them. But, you know, at the end of the day, if they're not paying for LinkedIn and it's clear that they're not using it, then, you know, like why are they're not using LinkedIn? Why am I connected to them? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about being intentional with your connections. If someone's not active or they're not really using LinkedIn, then it's pretty reasonable to ask, why keep them in my network? Especially if you're trying to keep your connections meaningful and engaged. It's kind of like keeping a stable of people who are actually there to connect, share, and respond. So yeah, your logic makes perfect sense. Focus on the folks who are actually present and interested, and that'll make your network a lot more valuable for you.
You know, another thing that I love to do is to play music. So I'm going to turn off this conversation I'm having with ChatGPT, and I'm going to make music right now using Suno. Have you guys heard of Suno? And tell me the topic of the music. First of all, like this video if you're watching it so that I know you're here. And then tell me the topic of the video that you'd like me to create a song about. So I'm going to say, write a song about Okay. Song about Sora 2, the new Sora 2 boot camp by Joe Applebaum, teaching professionals how to use AI video with social media and make 30 videos a day with prompts for their brand for free. Join the boot camp on November 3rd at 2 p.m. and you will learn rap style song. Okay, let's just hit create and let's just see what happens. What type of song should I make, guys? Go ahead and like this video and tell me what type of rap, what type of song I should make. Now, Raina, I'm connected to you on LinkedIn. Let's see who else is here who commented. James, I'm connected to you on LinkedIn. Jihan, I'm not connected to you on LinkedIn. And Thomas, I'm not either connected to you on LinkedIn. So let's pull up Thomas's profile. This is Thomas's profile. He's following me on LinkedIn. He's an AI sales product leader. I'm going to put him in here as a live, LinkedIn Live. I'm going to press save. And then I'm going to do a little bit of research on him. I see that he posted, recreated, reposted. He really hasn't posted in weeks. I'm going to see. Okay, so this is all his stuff that he has going on here. View my services. Okay, that takes me to his services page. But there's no real clear way to contact him. So let's see if AI can find out a little bit more about Thomas. So I'm going to use an agent to research Thomas real quick. And let's listen to this song while I do that.
Hey, yo, Joe Applebaum got the keys to the vault. Turn your socials to a fortress, no default. A-powered, the future's in your grip. 30 vids a day, now that's a power trip. Brand on fire, watch it blaze like a comet. Prompts in your pocket, no need for a wallet. November 3rd, 2 p.m., don't be late. Boot camp energy, time to dominate. Yeah, Sora 2 boot camp, where the magic's free. Learn the way, stack the play, it's your legacy. Our videos, yeah, it's the new spree. 30 clips a day, you're the MVP, yeah. No excuses, just solutions in the mix. Joe's got the blueprint, the ultimate fix. Turn prompts into gold, call it alchemy. Social feeds popping, that's reality. A pro's playground, no amateur hour. AI at the wheel, pure content power. The clock's ticking, the grind won't wait. Sign up now, go ahead, see your fate, yeah. Sora 2 boot camp, where the magic's free. Learn the way, stack the play, it's your legacy. Our videos, yeah, it's the new spree. 30 clips a day, you're the MVP.
Here we go, here we go, yeah. Generative AI for the best podcast. Let me show you how I fly, yo. Oh my God.
Yo, Joe Applebaum got the keys to the vault. Turn your socials to a fortress, no default. AI powered, the future's in your grip. 30 vids a day now, that's a power trip. Yeah, brand on fire, watch it blaze like a comet. Prompts in your pocket, no need for a wallet. November 3rd, 2 p.m., don't be late. Boot camp energy, time to dominate. Sora 2 boot camp, where the magic's free. Learn the way, stack the play, it's your legacy. AI videos, yes, the new spree. 30 clips a day, you're the MVP. Yeah. No excuses, just solutions in the mix. Joe's got the blueprint, the ultimate fix. Turn prompts into gold, call it alchemy. Social feeds popping, that's reality. Yeah, a pro's playground, no amateur hour. Hey, at the wheel, pure content power. The clock's ticking, the grind won't wait. Sign up now, go ahead, see your fate. Sora 2 boot camp, where the magic's free. Learn the way, stack the play, it's your legacy. AI videos, yes, the new spree. 30 clips a day, you're the MVP. Click, 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 I'm the man. Evie in my corner, got the future. future in hand. From the block to the boardroom, it ain't much man. Click, clack, the lens ain't real as AI still. Evie got the prompts now, I'm closing the deal. Brooklyn grind, making headshots divine. Tech on my team, the hustle's refined. Pixel sharper than a razor blade. Every frame dripping like the moves we made. Prompt game strong, watch the cash come long. Digital hustle, now the sales game on. Headshots on demand, I'm building the brand. Heavy in my corner, got the future in hand. From the block to the boardroom, the tech gon' expand. Headshots on demand, the world understand. No suits, just sweats and a gold chain swing. Brooklyn born, now I let the AI sing. Prompts like poetry, they dance on the screen. Evie's my assistant, sales game supreme. Color pops, vivid shadows hit right. Every pose hitting like a street fight night. Got the drip in the pixels, the swag in the code. Tech back hustle, yeah, I'm breaking the mold. Dreams don't sleep and the grind don't stop. Evie got the toolkit, rising to the top. Prompt a revolution, let the visuals drop. Brooklyn's evolution, yeah, we set up the shop. Let it click, 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 train a man. Heavy in my corner.
That was pretty good. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Click, clack, the lens ain't real. It's AI still. Heavy got the prompts, now I'm closing the deal. Brooklyn grind, making headshots divine. Tech on my team, the hustle refined. Pixel sharper than a razor blade. Every frame dripping like the moves we made. Prompt game strong, watch the cash come long. Digital hustle, now the sales game on. Headshots on demand, I'm building the brand. Heavy in my corner, got the future in hand. From the block to the boardroom, the tech gon' expand. Headshots on demand, the world understand. No suits, just sweats and a gold chain swing. Brooklyn born, now I let the eyes sing. Prompts like poetry, they dance on the screen. Evie's my assistant, sales game supreme. Color pops vivid, shadows hit right. Every pose hitting like a street fight night. Got the drip in the pixel, the swag in the code. Tech back hustle, yeah, I'm breaking the mold. Dreams don't sleep and the grind don't stop. Evie got the toolkit, rising to the top. Prompt a revolution, let the visuals drop. Brooklyn's evolution, yeah, we set up the shop. Yeah, gotta be the boss of everybody. Yeah. Yeah. Every year got me tapping, fingers burning on the keys. Comments popping faster than a rumor in the breeze. From Brooklyn stoops to Dubai skies, I'm worldwide. Joe F. Album the deal, closer watch the tide rise. LinkedIn grind, I'm the algorithm's muse. Post messages, follow-ups, I never snooze. Teaching thousands daily, got the whole squad inspired. You want this hustle blueprint? Baby, I'm hard-wired. Come and post, message, do it, baby, do it. Deals don't close themselves, you gotta move fluid. From Brooklyn to Dubai, no stopping, no rest. Aviator secret, I'm the one who's blessed. Who's blessed? Aviator secret, I'm the one who's blessed. Who's blessed? Aviator secret, I'm the one who's They wonder how I do it, how I stay in the race. Every year got me sprinting, I'm Usain with the pace. Every no a maybe, every maybe's a yes. I'm the follow-up king, never settle for less. Teaching 1K strong how to master the grind. Closing deals like doors when it's windy outside. Comments crackle, post pop, messages ignite. Joe's hustle like the sun, it's always shining bright. Come and post, message, do it, baby, do it. Deals don't close themselves, you gotta move fluid. From Brooklyn to Dubai, no stopping, no rest. Aviator secret, I'm the one who's blessed. Who's blessed? Aviator secret, I'm the one who's blessed. Who's blessed? Aviator secret, I'm the one who's blessed. Aviator got me tapping, fingers burning on the key.
Okay, so Raina said that she's having an issue. She said she's having an issue with something related to pinning the Evie AI extension. So if anybody wants to join me on Zoom now, my Zoom room is highenergyzoom.com. So I'm going to open it up so Raina can join. My video is going to be off because video off. Why not? And
recording in progress. Recording stopped.
I'll stop recording, but I'm in Zoom right now. So if anybody wants to join me in Zoom, you can go to highenergyzoom.com. So I'm gonna pick my template for Zoom. I'm gonna say Zoom. Zoom meaning please join me on Zoom. I'm gonna go here, boom. And so if you want to join me right now, if anybody else wants to join me, that's where I am now. I just went there. I just messaged you right now about it. All right, let's just see who else wants to join Zoom now. So if you guys want to chat on Zoom, just let me know that you want to join Zoom, and I'll be more than happy to chat with you live right now because I'm on Zoom. As you can see, I'm on Zoom. I could be on Zoom and LinkedIn Live at the same time. So I click on the participants list, and I can see if there's any participants joining, and the Zoom room is highenergyzoom.com. So just FYI, if you want to join, I wonder if I can add that to the live. Let me see. I'm going to go here. This is the live of the live. And let's see if I can add this in real time. So this is the live of the live. Whoop, I don't know what happened over here. Okay, the live of the live. Chat. Okay, so I see chat settings. I wonder if there's like an overlay that I can add. I know I can do it with OBS. I can add some type of overlay. But, yeah, I don't see the ability to do much here. Let's see, test. Oh, can post to some channels, learn more. Okay. LinkedIn user. This is Bashar. This is Reina. This is James. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, look at that. We got Coach Tev and James joining me live now. All right, cool. All right, I thought I was like, yeah, whatever, who cares? What I could do is I can have a graphic that says join me live right now. Ooh, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Watch this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to open up this graphic here. And then I'm going to say regenerate image. And then in the image, I'm going to say, where's the, okay. In the image, I'm going to say, join me now. Join me live. Join me live on www.highenergyzoom.com. I'm on right now. I'm going to press create, and it's going to create an image of me holding a sign over my head that says, join me live right now on highenergyzoom.com. Let's see if that works, because it wasn't working yesterday. It was working, but I had to re-upload the image every time, and the team told me they fixed it. So let's just see if it does it with the original image included. Look at that. It did it. So now on the live, you guys can see, join me live on highenergyzoom.com. I'm on right now. Okay, cool. Oh, my God. That's epic. James, what's going on? Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Fantastic. Fantastic. Are you enjoying the live?
Yeah, it's very cool. I to be honest, like I didn't even really notice Evie before, and I'm this did a good job of getting it on my radar. So
Oh, thank you for
that's
saying
why I
that.
checked it
I
out.
actually got a new client that signed up to our Bundle Plus offer, and I asked him how he found us, and he said he actually was searching in ChatGPT, and he asked ChatGPT. He said, "Who's the best LinkedIn trainer for Sales Navigator and AI or something like that?" And
Yeah,
ChatGPT said Joe Applebaum.
that's
And
awesome.
so then he started searching me and finding me and looking up videos of me, and he became obsessed with me, and then he ended up becoming a client, and we had a conversation, and I was like, "Can you send me that original chat? Like, I want to see it." And he sent it to me, and I was like, "Holy shit, it's real.
Wow,
It's
that's really
real.
cool.
It's real." Like it's just unbelievable that ChatGPT sends you business like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it happens. It's working.
It's
So
working.
that's
So
great. And you're all you do a lot of like the GEO optimization and everything.
yeah, so what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be creating an article that proves to ChatGPT why I'm the #1 LinkedIn trainer in the world, because you have to prove it to it.
Right.
And so if I can prove it to it by having websites, when it searches, I'm also planning on buying a domain, the #1 LinkedIn trainer in the world,
Yeah.
and then writing a book called the #1 LinkedIn trainer in the world. And then if I want to be the #1 LinkedIn trainer in the world and I want to train AI that I have to write the book about the #1 LinkedIn trainer in the world. And I have to have a website that's the number one LinkedIn trainer in the world, and like all that stuff. And so if I want, that's the idea
I
behind
lost
that.
you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, what I was saying is, James, that if I want to be the number one LinkedIn trainer in the world, I got to train AI to make it believe that I'm the number one LinkedIn trainer in the world. Like, for example, you're the creator of Podcast Power Circuit, right?
Right.
And it looks like Jen on my team is calling me, and I wonder why. Maybe I have a call now. Let me just look at my calendar real
Okay.
quick. I'm looking. No, I don't have anything on my calendar, but let me go to Jen. Notifications. I am on Zoom and LinkedIn Live. Do you want to join me? Okay. So James is the founder of Wonderfish, creator of Podcast Power Circuit, and executive director of Forbes. You're executive director at Forbes?
Former executive director. I was there from 2014 to 2024.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I started my own thing, Wonderfish. And yeah, I have to do a lot of AI optimization, but I also feel like the third party credibility helps a lot too. Like if you're getting on podcasts, which is what I help people with, or getting press, it's picking that up too, right?
Should we find the last 10 podcasts that you've been on?
You can, but I've only been on like 6. I have to do more myself.
Well, I see that. I'm like pulling everything up right now in real time.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because I literally just started focusing on podcasts in August, so it's like I was like, this is a growing. Obviously it's grown a lot and now becoming almost like mainstream media. But in August, I started to focus on getting people on podcasts, and so I said, "Oh yeah, I got to do it. I got to do the podcast myself." So I've just started going on them myself. So
it's really smart to like do what you say you're going to do to your clients. And I feel like that's a big problem in the industry where a lot of people tell people to use LinkedIn, but they themselves don't use LinkedIn. Like, you see me using LinkedIn in real time, like I'm actually doing it, but most people are simply not doing it. And they're telling people to do it, and they're like, oh, well, I'm not doing it because I don't need to do it. I was like, well, I don't need to do it either, but I'm doing it because that's my promise to the world of like, I'm going to teach you how to do it, but I'm going to teach you by showing you how I actually do it, even though I don't need to do it.
You should practice what you preach.
I have more leads in my CRM that I could possibly need for the next 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need to be doing any of this stuff, but I'm doing it anyway because I want to show somebody who doesn't know, that can't make an extra $100,000, how to make an extra $100,000.
Right.
How to be able to find people's emails, how to save them, how to push it into Go High Level, how to use technologies. I'm pushing you into my CRM right now with your phone number and email address and name and all your information.
Yeah, I don't use Go High Level. I use HubSpot, but I use something called Surf to push people to my CRM. I don't know what you're using, but
I'm using Evie AI.
Oh, you do? Oh, cool.
Yeah, so Evie AI is extremely powerful. Not only it does tons and tons of AI research, it also comments and writes posts and creates images, and we have a community with over 1,300 people that could be your ideal clients and referral partners as well.
Yeah.
We'll also take all your connections as part of the Bundle Plus. We'll take all of your connections and we'll download them all and help you research your 5,000 connections so you can segment them, organize them, and identify where the low-hanging fruit is within your current connections.
Yeah. You do so many different things. Like I was trying to use Phantom Buster to do something where, because I wanted to know like how many followers my connections had. So I was able to download my connections, and I couldn't, LinkedIn doesn't tell you how many followers they have. And so I had to use Phantom Buster to like basically scrape the profile. It was just like it was this whole process.
You don't want to use Phantom Buster because they're using your cookie and it's very dangerous to use it, and LinkedIn can detect that. I built a Chrome extension, a custom Chrome extension that allows you to be able to see everybody's followers that you're connected to with a click of a button. You just have to load them on your this is what you do. I'll tell you the secret. If you click on My Network, and then you click on connections, you'll be able to see people's first name and last name, but you can't see how many followers they have, right?
Right.
So what you do instead is you click on search with filters, and then LinkedIn tells you how many followers they have here. You see?
Oh, it does. I
Yeah.
can't see your screen right now.
Oh, okay. Let me
Am I?
let me share my screen. Hang on a second. Let me share my
Yeah.
screen with Zoom. I'm gonna click on share screen. James, Jen, was there something you needed right now, or just wanted to check in, make sure I'm on time for 9 a.m.?
Yes.
Yeah, I have 9 a.m. too.
Okay, cool. But can you see my screen now, James?
Yep.
Okay. So this is my screen right now, and you can see that many of these people, it shows you how many connections they have. You see that?
Yes.
Right in the search box. So I wouldn't just try to get the connections from everybody. What I would do is I would try to get the connections from the people that are in a specific area with a specific title, and then make niche lists. Because if you try to do it for everyone, it's going to be expensive and it's going to be very time consuming. You don't need it for everybody.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You want it for the right people in the right role. So, for example, if I was looking through my first degree connections and I wanted to just search New Jersey, I would just do New Jersey like this. You see New Jersey. And then I would do, let's say, for example, all filters over here, and I can select that follow, let's say, Tony Robbins.
Oh, that's cool.
They follow Tony Robbins, and I'm going to press show results, and I can see all of my connections in New Jersey that follow Tony Robbins. I have 490, you see? If I want to collect these 490 with all their followers, then what I can do is I can use an extension that I vibe coded and that I give to our clients that basically will go through these 449 pages and pull everything and organize it all and tell you first name, last name, if they're currently online or not. Do you see the dot? Tells you if they're online or not. If they're currently online or not, who the mutual connections are, their location, their title and company name, and all the other information that you need that's available here, their headline and all that stuff. So, and how many followers they have when it shows, because not everybody it shows. If they have under 500, doesn't really matter. But the idea is that, you can get a lot of information very quickly. The other way to do it is to use a tool called make.com.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
And you could use an API that you tie it into make.com. That's a third-party API that doesn't use your cookie, and it'll charge you, let's say, I don't know, $15 or $20, and then you'll be able to connect that API to make.com, and they'll just basically pull any amount of connections you want. They charge you per, let's say 2 pennies or 3 pennies or 10 cents or whatever it is per pull, and then you can pull as many as you want.
That's
and you
very
can
cool.
and you can do it automatically, and you can pull everything about them. And
So-
they use robots to do it, but you don't have to risk your account.
Right.
Because if LinkedIn catches on that you looked at 5,700 profiles in a day using Phantom Buster, you're screwed.
Right. So with Evie, because I'm definitely gonna check Evie out. Like you were talking about, I love the idea of doing comments with your top connections. What type of criteria does it use? Is the top connections like people who are commenting on your posts?
Exactly. People that know me, like me, and trust me, that are likely to refer business to me because they already know me, like me, and trust me.
Yeah.
And I want to be top of mind with them. So you pick 30 to 50 people, and these are the people that you're always liking and commenting. And then the agreement is that they're going to like and comment on your stuff as well. And so now when they have time, so maybe once a week, I'll go in and I'll basically comment on all these people, and I'll cover all their posts. And then if I see that they're not on my recent posts, I'll do an audit every once in a while. I'll hit them up and I'll be like, hey, what's going on? I noticed that you haven't really been commenting on my stuff. Are we breaking up?
Right.
Like, what's going on? And they'll be like, oh, shit, I was busy, this and that and the other. I was like, well, I see you have 28,000 followers on LinkedIn. And if you're too busy to do it, I get it. But, like, I've been commenting on your shit. You're not too busy to post.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what's going on? So I can hold them accountable because I'm doing my job.
Right.
And if they're like, sorry, I'm not going to have time to do this anymore, I just remove them from my list, and then I move on. And I add somebody else to the list because there's plenty of fish in the sea, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But if if I see that they haven't posted in a while and they're not commenting on my stuff, then they're not my top connection for engagement. They might be top connection for something else.
Right.
But they're not my top connection for engagement. And so this helps me stay accountable. It gives me a list. And now with Evie AI, I can have different categories in here. So I have profiles over here that I can put into a list. So for example, I have EANYC, and these are all the active members in my association. And so what I could do is I can go through all these active members in my association, and once a week I can kind of go through this entire list by clicking on over here where it says quick link.
Yeah.
And then I just leave a comment on their post just like this. And I'm using a keyboard shortcut to comment.
Yeah.
So I don't have to actually go back and forth within Evie AI. But I just click on this and it loads their most recent posts. And so I just leave a comment, and now I was top of mind with the, I pay thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to be part of this association. So I want to make sure that I'm top of mind with these people, because every one of these people is super valuable to me.
Yeah.
And you can see that most people are not even commenting on their posts. So if I'm the one that goes through and identifies who are the ones that are actually posting and segments that list out, and then builds an actual relationship with those people by staying top of mind with them in the comments, and I'm the only one doing it. Frank is also doing it over here, but I'm the only one doing it across all of them because I'm the only one that's properly using this tool. That gives me a unique competitive advantage.
George Shanson, he trained us at Forbes.
Really?
Yeah. That's
wow. Great. I heard you trained the Forbes team.
Yeah, that was many years ago, but he was cool. He was very cool.
Okay, so I just sent him that message just to kind of add another tickle to the pickle. He's a client of mine and a friend. So that's the idea. The idea is building real, meaningful relationships. And by the way, if you guys are live right now, come on Zoom and say hello to me, James, and Tev, and Jen, and whoever else is on Zoom live. But as you can see, I'm going through this methodically, one person at a time, but I have a strategic list that I'm going through to do this with, as you can see. I have a very, very strategic list.
This is awesome. Now, let me ask you this. Do you get involved in the sending connection requests and sending automated sort of messaging to your once they first accept your connections and things like that?
Yes, you can't automate it, but you can have templates that make it really simple, because we're big believers that you should be touching everything and looking at everything at least once. So we're huge believers of actually connecting with people and building real relationships as opposed to just automating stuff.
Yeah, so you don't like the automated like I use Dripify for like the first connection and then the first message. And the way that I approach it is like once they respond, then I go in and become a human and look at their profile. But like maybe that's not the best approach.
Well, once they respond, of course you're going to do that, and it's okay to do some Dripify campaigns, even though it's against LinkedIn's terms. I don't officially recommend it, but I think you can get results from it. But that's not really what's gonna take things to the next level and move the notch. What's gonna move the notch is me looking at his profile, finding his phone number, and calling him, texting him, emailing him, DMing him.
Oh, you call people?
Oh, I absolutely call people. I will click on contact info, grab a phone number, and call them 100%.
Yeah.
No question about it. I mean, it's dumb not to, because people are waiting to be called. You might not believe that, but people are literally. I can show you. I mean, I do live prospecting and show people exactly how it's done. People are literally waiting to be called, and I know it's 9 o'clock and you have to go.
Oh yeah, I got a call. Yeah.
But I sent you information about our Bundle Plus, which is our best deal. Typically, Evie AI Pro is $3,600 a year, but I'm giving you a deal where you get 2 licenses for less than the price of one, plus $10,000 worth of training, plus the Inc. 5000 list, where everybody there needs a podcast and needs to get on podcasts. So, and we'll be in touch about all that. But check out the link I sent you so you can see the deal, and we'll talk more about it.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll talk again soon. Okay. Tev, I have to hop onto a call, but did you enjoy that?
Let's see. Yeah, absolutely. You're amazing, Joe.
Oh,
you were
I appreciate that.
Network, Mr. Network Man. That's what I told you.
Thank you for saying that. I really appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to chatting again more with you soon. We're going to do something with all the Marketers Cruise people coming up very soon. Towards the end of October. I'm going in January. I was saying I'm going in January.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Well, hopefully I'll see you before then. All right, we'll talk again soon. Thank you, Tev.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye. So if you're watching this and you want to get started using Evy AI, just go to evyai.com and check it out. I'll see you guys on the next one because I have a sales call I got to hop on.